Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys would like to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, get comfy, and we will get started in a minute. Just a quick housekeeping here. If you guys like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That way you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I've also included a list of the decks I've used, my social media links if you want to get in touch, and there is a timestamp at the bottom for the bonus reading for this video. So if you want to see just that, that's totally cool. Go ahead and click over there if you're interested. Okay. So for those of you that are new here, I usually start by reading some oracle cards just to get a baseline energy for what we're seeing. And then we'll move into our tarot to clarify, to supplement, to basically see what we need to see. Okay, so quick rundown of how I do my readings here. If you have any feedback or comments, questions, concerns, my DMs are open, my all the comment boxes are open. You're free to get in touch if you feel the need to, and I'm happy to help if I can. Okay, so let's get started. Yeah, let's get started. Let's see what we need to see. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. My readings generally tend to be timeless. So if you find this, it is meant for you. If you're seeing this well after it's posted, it's still meant for you. And I hope this message, I hope this message is helpful and that it resonates with you. Okay, get over there. Alrighty. So let's see what we need to see for this first part of the reading. Okay, we have Phantom Quartz. This is asking us to embrace change. Okay, we have Indigo and Platinum. This represents intuition, authenticity, and alignment. Okay. We have the Eagle King, seeing the big picture and angelic help. Okay. And we have the Gentle Gardener. Okay. So there's some stuff we're going through. There's some changes. And we're being asked to look at the big picture, look at kind of why these changes are coming through. You'll know whether these changes are going to be for the good in your life or for a learning purpose. Okay. But there are changes that are happening that are, you know, if they may feel a bit cloudy, like you're not, yeah, they may make you feel a bit cloudy or unclear. There it is. And this is why you're being asked to see the bigger picture. Okay. And if, you know, there's always help in situations like this because the lack of clarity, because the supposed lack of clarity, I should say. Okay. And the other message here is that you're being called to act in a way that nurtures your authentic self. Okay, because that change is probably where it's probably affecting your ability to to understand your self-worth, to understand what puts you in alignment with your higher purpose. Yeah, give yourself a chance to nurture that authenticity, nurture the understanding of yourself, and know that you are helped, you are loved, you are guided, you are your divine energy embodied. So there will always be help for you when you need it. If you call for it, it's there. You just have to ask, and you have to be willing to look at what it is you need to do to accept that help. Okay. All right. So let's get into our tarot and see what it is we can do to help ourselves with these changes. What do we need to see, basically? What do we need to see here? Okay. All right. So our first card here is the Lovers. Okay. So there's some changes that are putting some choices in our path. And we're being called to weigh out our options. Okay. We're being called to weigh out our options, but with this lack of clarity that you might be feeling here, it might be smart to take this portion of your time here slowly. Carefully look at what you have on your plate, okay? Because you are being asked to weigh the options, to make a choice. You will eventually have to make a choice in this situation. But there's a sense that it's not clear right now, so that's what we're having to work towards. Okay. Yeah, and the Five of Swords. So the risk in this is making the impulsive decision in this case, because we have the Lovers and our oracles suggested a change. So choosing too fast it will help us make progress, move forward. You will see results from making the snap decision. But the problem is there's going to be a pause in which you look at the final result and ask yourself whether it was worth doing it fast, or whether you should have taken more time. Okay. That's why I said these changes, you'll know what you need to do. Yeah. And you're also getting the Two of Cups here. There's an opportunity in this, with this change, with these, there's an opportunity with this change to take what you already know and use that to integrate what you're learning in this situation. Okay. Because you have so many things on your plate. Okay. Yeah, because you have so many things on your plate, this is where I say take your time in making your choice, because you're working on blending what you know with what you're learning. Okay. And I'm saying take your time, because there may be things you miss in doing this too quick. Okay. Okay. So let's see our hidden and clarifying energy. Hidden and clarifying energy, please. Hidden and clarifying energy. Okay, so our hidden energy is the Three of Swords. Going back to this take your time energy, there could be some pain, some heartache, some hurts that you're experiencing right now. This is probably the incident or incidents that have caused this hurt are probably what's triggering the change. And the fact that you need to step back and do some healing. This is your call to action, to step back and do some healing. Okay. I think what we're seeing, certainly in the first part of the tarot, and certainly with our oracle, has been triggered by this. Okay. So yeah, take a step back and heal, and don't rush yourself in this process. This could also be a personal relationship, and by that I mean like a partner of some variety to you. Yeah, it could be a relationship issue that's causing this. However, it could be anything, and what's bringing up this pain for you. Okay, and yeah, we're being bookended by another card that indicates choice. But with this, there's going to be a call to assess your progress so that you can game plan your next steps. Okay. But again, take your time. Take your time, because you can do it quick. But like I said earlier, you probably will miss some things you might need to know if you try and rush yourself. Okay. So let's see what it is we need to see about each of our cards. Let's clarify each of our cards, please. Need a card for the bonus. Okay. I had a card trying to slip off the top of the bonus pile, so anything can happen here, guys. All right, so let's clarify why we are seeing the Lovers. Why are we seeing the card for the Lovers here? Okay. To clarify the Lovers, we have the Ace of Cups. So, yeah, there is a new connection happening. There's a new opportunity to grow spiritually, to grow emotionally. It feels like I'm sensing that some of you have needed to give yourself a pause. Okay. Yeah, some of you have needed this. Okay, it might not feel, and I say that with respect to your situation, because there may be parts of that feel really bad, really gross, just ew, why am I going through this? You're going through this so you can bring growth to your emotional and spiritual base. Okay. I'm hearing self-discovery, self-understanding, the idea that you are doing things for yourself at this time, after a pretty heinous knockback. Okay. Again, parts of the situation feel bad and feel really gross, and you're giving yourself time to game plan, specifically with our Lovers card, so that way you can do the emotional and spiritual growing that I feel like part of that you've been resisting. Okay. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles is coming out to clarify our Lovers card as well. And I like that it is, because there is a lot of pretty hefty emotions attached with these cards, with our Lovers card and with our Ace of Cups. And addressing those things might need to be done practically and in a way that will help you grow. Okay. All right. Let's see, our Five of Pentacles, please. Why are we seeing our Five of Pentacles here? Okay, right off the top, we're getting our Queen of Wands. So it's signaling a lot of passion, a lot of fiery emotion, and it's coming out in a way, you probably didn't think to give yourself the time to look at before. Okay. Okay. You didn't give yourself the chance to look at it before. And again, I'm getting back into the sense of impulse. Okay. Because there's the intensity of your emotion is, it's there. It's quite strong. And I think very particularly for this situation, you're understanding that acting on impulse and making snap decisions when you know the risk of missing something is very real, that's going to get you in trouble. Okay. And it might not be a serious mistake, but it may mean you having to go back and fixing the little things that aren't that haven't been addressed or haven't been looked at. And I say fixing, there might not be a fix for whatever you are looking for, but please know that it's not about bandaging a bullet wound in this situation. It's about allowing yourself to heal. Okay, and that healing process may take time. Okay. In fact, it will take time. It'll take time that you need to give for yourself. Okay. So there's your Queen of Wands. Okay. But you also have the Six of Swords. Again, the idea of change is very real. And you are making this change because there's something on the other side of this that is going to benefit you. Okay. In specific, it's growing emotionally and spiritually. You know, that's coming in for you. Okay. And it might not feel real at the time. There's some things that you need to get clear about. But the point of the Six of Swords here is that you're moving on. Okay. And if you don't feel like that's happening quickly, it's not happening quickly. For you to see that there is a larger context of the situation and that you are going to be helped. You are going to be helped along the way. Okay. So there is that. Let's get into our Two of Cups. Why are we seeing our Two of Cups, please? What about our Two of Cups do we need to see? Okay. Two of Cups, we have the Ten of Wands. So there's some responsibility and some obligation that we're putting on our shoulders right now, and we've definitely taken on a lot of that in terms of growing in terms of our growth. Okay. But it's our responsibility and we've chosen to take it. Okay. There's a sense of determination here to really go for that understanding, go for that sense of understanding, because we are trying to put all of the information we're getting in an order that makes sense, and that's taken a little bit for us to do. Okay. But it is happening, it is moving forward, and it is it's happening, it's moving forward. Even if it is a slow, steady pace, it's still happening. Okay. So there's our Ten of Wands. guys, we have the Emperor. It will make sense, okay? Um, there will be order from whatever emotion that's coming up for us. Again, I'm picking up on feeling unclear, our emotions not being, our emotions aren't clear right now. But it will, if we do the work and if we let ourselves really, I don't want to say sit in the energy, but if we allow ourselves to take the time we need, everything will make sense. We will put the situation in order for ourselves. Okay. So let's clarify our Three of Swords. Why are we seeing our Three of Swords, please? Three of Swords. Okay. Three of Swords is being clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So there's been someone in our group, in our personal space, that they haven't been a team player. They haven't allowed us to. They haven't allowed us to really be present with and in the situation. And I'm getting the idea that you've been trying to. You've been trying to help them understand the authority that you both have in this situation, the authority, the agency, the understanding that both of you have of this situation and for this situation, understanding of this situation and the responsibility that both of you have in this situation. That's caused you, the actions of this other person have caused you to feel really hurt and really sad, really kind of despondent. Yeah, kind of despondent with this situation. That's caused you to really start questioning it. Okay. You, on the flip side of that, you may have to reach out to someone outside of this situation and potentially ask for a little bit of an outside view. Now, this might not be helpful, so please take that as you will. But the sense of imbalance with whoever this person is has caused you to feel hurt, has caused you to lose faith in this other person and in the connection that you have. And that's why the pain factor is coming into this. Okay. Now I think with this, you also have the Six of Cups here, which is telling me that either you or this other person has been trying to reconnect with something from the past that they lost. There is the nostalgia factor of this card is coming through because one or both of you are lost in the past. You're kind of stuck on past incidents, things that aren't really serving you now, and the fact that this person really isn't allowing. It's not allowing for smooth. There's something here that isn't running smoothly. You know it deep down, and that's caused you to question yourself. But it's also causing you to feel as though you don't have what it takes anymore. But the thing is that you don't have what it takes to see the rest of the situation through. The thing is, yes, you do. You have to give yourself time to really see it, okay? And the reason you are even questioning this at all is because you're hurt, okay? Because someone around you has possibly triggered this, okay? And now it's likely that you're looking for ease, for possible rest. I can't guarantee that this card is going to come forward from the deck, but I'm sensing some Four of Swords energy, where you're being asked to rest, okay? Realistically, this whole situation, this whole draw, I'm sensing is about giving yourself the chance to rest. However, let's see why we are seeing the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. So we're being called to move forward. The reason why we're seeing our Seven of Pentacles, our game planning energy, is because we have the Chariot. Okay. We need to get clear about our pathway forward. Okay. We need to get clear about how we're going to move on from our Three of Wands. I'm sorry, that's Three of Swords. We need to get clear about how we're going to move on from here. Okay. And the fact of the matter is that, yes, this will take time. Yes, this will take effort. Effort within reason. Okay. And I say that because, again, you don't deserve to be constantly flagellating yourself emotionally. But we're working on clearing the fog so that we can move forward, so that we can get clear. Okay. You can get clear about what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do next. Okay. And even if we have to go through our own darkness, go through the sadness, go through the pain of this situation, we still have help. We still have a means of navigating it. Okay. Let me pull up this authenticity card here. Okay. Because part of the beauty to me of the Star card is, even if we don't see, even if we're struggling to see in the darkness, first of all, there are still lights for us to navigate by. Okay. We have the ability to find our true north, to find a star that we can navigate by. And it's explicitly stated in the middle portion of the text on this card. Your authenticity, your true self, your truth, things that people cannot deny about you. Those are your navigation. Those things are how you will navigate this situation. Okay? There you go. Let's move on. Let's see what else we need to know. What supplements this energy? What can we see that will help us move forward? Okay. All right. Let's see what we need to see as our supplement. See what we need to see. Okay. Oh, first card we have out is the Nine of Pentacles. So, yeah. So we're going to get to a point where we can enjoy, we can start seeing the effort pay off. Okay. This will require some work, but it will come when we nurture and treat ourselves gently. Okay. That effort will pay off. So just in case you were wondering, it will. Okay, oh, we're getting the Emperor coming back out. We'll be in a place after this where, again, we're back to feeling our own authority. We're back in our own authenticity, in the most beautiful parts of ourselves is when we're acting in authenticity. And when we do that, the world is going to make sense. Okay, it's going to make sense. Things won't feel strange. Excuse me. It won't be, whatever situations you come up against won't be painful, won't be hurtful anymore. The world it'll just make sense. Okay, so there's the Emperor. All right. We have the Empress too. I love the fact that we have counter energies here. Okay. And I say counter energies, but they're really, I think they're meant to work together here. The world's going to make sense when we put the effort into healing, but there will be abundance and creativity and things that we might not have thought were going to be meant for us. All of those things are ready and waiting. You just need to give yourselves time to bring those in. Okay. All right. Let's see some hidden and clarifying energy, please. All right. Oh, hidden energy is our Ace of Cups again. I love it. I love to see it. Here's your reason. Here's your reason. We even got this in in the first portion of our reading. Okay. The reason we're doing this at all is because there are lessons to be learned, specifically about ourselves. But we've been put in this situation of difficulty in order to do that. Okay. And now that we have this opportunity to look at how we feel, look at how we process, and what can we do better? What can we do better about it, right? What can we do about it that is better than we would have done before? Again, I hope that makes sense. There is our Ace of Cups. Okay, and we have Six of Swords. I'm telling you, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on because it's time. It's time. Okay. All right. Let's see our final message, and then we will get into final portion of this message, and then we will get into our bonus reading. Okay. All right. So, what else do we need to see? What energy can we close out this portion of the reading with? Okay. Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles coming out right off the bat. In order to do this work, you're going to have to remove a little bit of your resistance. You know, in fact, all of your resistance probably could come down a little bit. You're being called, excuse me, you're being called to let go, because holding on to whatever triggered the situation, especially because it comes from a source that is outside of you, that isn't going to help you do what you're being called to do with this reading. Okay. It's only going to put you in a sense of lack, in a sense of discomfort. Okay. And there's only so much you can resist before it becomes exhausting. Okay. Remember that you know that you have a responsibility to do the healing, and it will take some time, it will take some effort, but it won't really get started if you're continuing to hold on to this situation. Okay. So there's the Four of Pentacles, and we also have the Five of Swords coming out again. Don't rush. This is not a situation to be rushed. Okay. And yeah, this isn't a situation to be rushed. Okay. So let's see what else. Actually, okay. Yeah, we have, this is a card specific to this deck, but we have the Creator. It's time to start saying no in this situation. Whether you tell yourself, no, I'm no longer going to allow myself to feel sad about this. I'm no longer going to allow myself to be dictated to what I should do in this situation, because I do think that part of this struggle that you're going through specifically right now is that it's coming from some outside chatter. Again, like I said with this card, holding on to outside triggers isn't making you feel like you can move forward, but starting to say no and giving yourself the chance to heal is what is going to that's what's going to allow this to start truly happening. Okay, so there's the Creator. We also have the Sun. There's clarity after all of this change. Yeah, there's clarity after all this change, and once you start making it, it's going to start coming in quick. I have a feeling you're going to gain so many new skills in terms of your emotional and spiritual journey. But you're going to be clear about who you are, how you function, what you authentically can do for yourself. Okay? Yeah, that's the ultimate thing. You're coming back to your authenticity, and you are clear about what doesn't serve you. And yeah, you're clear about what doesn't serve you, and very clear about what you want to do during this time of growth. Okay. And yeah, we're being closed out with the sense of this effort. You know what you need to do. You know what you're willing to do. Okay. And you will see payoff. You will see dividends come from this work. Okay. So there's the Eight of Pentacles. And we are going to close this portion of the reading, but we will get into the bonus reading right now. Okay. So let's see what we need to see about our bonus reading. Okay. So we have Bloodstone. This says get up, get moving. Okay. We have Dylan's Bowl, Saint Germain. This represents love beyond time and space. Okay. We have the Word Lord. This is communication, praise, or dishonesty. Okay. And we have the Dry Desert. Okay. So what's interesting here, I'm going to read this as Oh, this is interesting. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to read this yet. Give me a minute here. What I'm being struck by here is that there's been a call for you to start taking action on something, but you're kind of resisting because you don't know how to get yourself started. Okay, I'm getting that because you have this expansive space right in here, on this card, and I'm taking that to mean that you have the vaguest of ideas about how to do what it is you're being called to do. And people have encouraged you to try, just to try, even if you fall on your face, at least you have made the effort, right? Yeah, there's something you need to take action on, but you're not sure how to do it just yet, okay? And that may mean reaching out to someone you trust. Hopefully this is someone you trust, but this could be someone that you may have to potentially keep at an arm's distance. There could be some communication that needs to happen before you get, excuse me, okay, yeah, there could be some communication that needs to happen before you really start getting started here. But you are being encouraged to get started, okay? And don't beat yourself up. Really don't beat yourself up over having to ask for help, okay? That there's nothing wrong in that. And if someone is making you feel bad about having to do that, then maybe this person isn't the one you need to be talking to about the situation, okay? So there's your oracle, okay? For your tarot, we have the Eight of Cups. We have the Three of Swords. Ow, sorry to see this. Three of Swords. We have the Magician. Love it. And we also have the Fool. Okay. So we talked about getting up, getting moving, starting that project, starting new. But here's why you're resistant, and here's why you're hesitant to ask for help. Because you've been hurt trying to do things like this in the past. Okay. Again, I'm sorry to see it. That probably didn't feel fair, and it wasn't fair for you to have had to experience that. But here's why we're being encouraged to move on, ultimately to move on, to leave this gross, nasty, uncomfortable situation behind, and move for better things. Move for better things, because you are in a call to make that move anyway. You feel compelled to make that move anyway, but also you have what it takes. Okay, you have what it takes to move on, to make magic, and to make magic you never thought you could. Okay, so there's the Magician, and we are going to call it quits. Yes, we are going to call it quits for this reading entirely. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. All of the links and the buttons you need to push if you want to see more, all of that's in the description and down below. So yeah, thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, and I love to see you. Bye, everybody.